And that leads me into another great individual here, Greg Griffin.
Thanks, Ray. Hello, everyone. I'm Greg Griffin. I'm on a legislative committee for Voice of the People USA, but all of you are on the legislative committee. And, you know, all of you have done such a great job. I mean, we stopped that amnesty bill several months ago where they were going to, with a stroke of a pen, legalize 20, 30 million, and they were going to be allowed to bring over 5 family members. And can you imagine what that would do? They'd probably be older people. They'd be on Medicare. They'd be on Social Security. But anyway, that was a great victory for all of us. And so give yourselves a pat on the back. I mean, really, you guys, you really deserve. Do you know how many phone calls were made? You melted the Washington switchboard. They were terrified. The senators were terrified when the phone started ringing because you have the power. And every one of you represent, right now here today, probably about 5,000 Americans, at least, that can't be here. But all across the country feel very good about this because we are coordinating with groups across the country that love America. We are making a difference, and you are making a difference. And the Voice of the People USA formed, and I was just so proud to be asked to be a part of it. And but you know, all of you are a part of it. But really, I think we could all agree that the federal government has failed us. And they really have failed us. And do you ever get the feeling on other issues also, besides illegal immigration, that there's nobody driving the bus? I mean, do you get that feeling? And it's frustrating. Right, it's frustrating, but you know, the power, we have it. Every rally, we hand out voter registration forms. And we are getting people registered at an alarming rate. And I say an alarming rate, it's an alarming rate for the politicians. See, they want us to go away. When we were in Representative Carney's office, and they said, well, what's your group about? I said, well, we're a taxpayers advocate organization. And right now we're centered on illegal immigration, but we want to make our elected officials work harder for us. They were worried. You should have seen the look they gave me. Like, oh my God, we've allowed the enemy in the office. We're not the enemy. We're friends of elected officials. We were handing out letters to Kanjorski and Congressman Carney. Everybody, you know, we got plenty for you. And it's on our website too. And people say, well, you know, letters don't matter. Well, they do. Because it starts a timeline. Because July 27th, Congressman Carney and Kanjorski got our letters demanding action on the illegal alien problem. So far, Congressman Kanjorski has not responded since July 27th. And so what good was the letter? What good was it? Well, on Tuesday night, we're going to a town meeting with Congressman Kanjorski. Yeah. And guess who's going to see the letter? Congressman Kanjorski. We're going to hand it to him, or we're going to ask him, you work for us. We're going to tell him, look, sir, you work for us. We want an answer on this because it's just not Voice of the People USA. Your constituents are demanding action. So the letter works because it's a timeline, and Congressman Kanjorski is going to have some tough questions to answer Tuesday night at the town meeting. He doesn't know we're coming yet, but it doesn't matter. It's a public meeting. We're coming now. Congressman Carney's letter. Okay, we met with Congressman Carney's staff, as I said. He is very strong against illegal aliens. He wants the borders policed and closed. He wants more border guards. That's fine. But you know what? We're sick and tired of the Democrats and the Republicans fighting each other and not getting anything done. So we're not going to take any prisoners here. We're going to identify to all of you over the next coming months and years who's working for you and who isn't. And so, you know, Congressman Kanjorski, he's got some time left. And Congressman Carney, he's got some time left. And they all talk a good story, but we want action. And we're not going to take no. Our country, we don't have much time left, really. We caught this just in time, all of us. And you're multiplied by millions of Americans that want to be here today with you. And you did the great thing by showing up. You could have been watching the Yankees or the Phillies. You could, but no. You are here today because you care. And thank you so much. Real quick, Representative Metcalf, he's the state rep, House Bill 750. This would address the illegal alien problem in Pennsylvania. We're working very closely with that. He's a Republican. Representative Eaches. He wants legislation. Okay, they won't get together. Believe me, they won't, because I've talked to both of them. Yeah. Here we go. We have to send Representative Eaches, which he's a great guy. He's done a lot for the area. But we need him to do more. And he's in here the other day, Eaches prepares bills against illegal labor. Okay, that's going to languish because the Republicans may not back it, because Representative Metcalf, his bill, Representative Eaches may not work with him. So look, we need you to call, and I really do, Monday, Representative Eaches, and tell him, look, we're so glad you got in the newspaper and talking about illegal immigration, but now we want you to do something, and we want you to coordinate in a bipartisan effort and get something done good for America and Pennsylvania. So can you please do this? Write this number down or call information Monday, but if you don't call Todd Eaches Monday, there's no use coming here today. In fact, don't come to any more rallies. And I'm not being a smart aleck, but this is how important it is, and this is the power you have. You have the power. You can rock that phone Monday. And just tell him, look, we want you to get this illegal immigration legislation moving. He's a major player in Harrisburg, and he can do it. And say, we're all registered to vote, sir. And tell him, look, I want you to call me back, because a lady's going to take your name and everything. Say, I would like to be called back by Representative Eaches or one of his aides. And we're not picking on Todd, but this is Todd's area. So every rally, we will address a legislator from the area, because that's how we motivate them, because you are the employers and they are the employees. And that's too bad. But this Voice of the People USA group, this can go national. I believe it could. There's a lot of groups on the website, but they don't do rallies. And they don't have dedicated people like Frank and Andy and Renee and Dan. So you are the power. We can't do it without you. We can't. And we're all volunteers. We all have other things we could be doing, but this is the most important. And I tell you one thing, I got 4 kids. I'm going to be able to tell them that I tried, and so will all of you. So that's the main thing. Feel good about what you're doing, and call Todd Monday, and be respectful, but tell him, come on, go to work for us, Todd, and get this bill sponsored, one that will pass and get signed by the governor, and work with the other side of the aisle, because we don't have enough time in America to dally on this, because they're coming at us again. So, brothers and sisters, America's best days are ahead of us. I believe it. I sincerely believe it. You are great people, and you represent millions here today, and thank you so much. Thank you.